welcome back. East Coast Frank here. Just another day in the old construction world. It's been a busy, chaotic day again today already. I can't even explain. I took yesterday off after the snowstorm for health issues, I guess I could say. Turns out I'm getting older than I thought, and I now have arthritis in my foot. So I ended up in the hospital the other day to get that checked out, whatever. So I took yesterday off. I'm on some medication just to try to get the swelling and stuff down. But so I'm back today, and today has already been a mix match of everything. Starting with the crews that I already had out, needing things, which is what it is. It's that's part of the job. But then another crew needed a backhoe, which is what you saw in the beginning. I went and picked that up, delivered that to that site. The labor board showed up on one of my other sites. Thankfully for nothing we did. I had a traffic control set up there, and turns out there is 2 other jobs going on that street with full setups, and we just had a minor setup for traffic control because we're not really on the street. I just did it out of courtesy for the neighborhood. So anyway, they were there going through all the paperwork and everything, so I just left there, dealt with that. There's nothing really on our end I have to worry about. Like I said, everything's good. But now I'm headed to a job site visit for Department of Environment and the school board that somebody else apparently set up and then forgot about and went on vacation. So now I am headed there in a panic to try to make it there in time to go over that site with everybody there and see what the issues are there and what I can come up with to help resolve it, if anything. So to call today chaotic would be an understatement. It is now 10:35, and I already wish I stayed in bed. So I probably won't shoot anything to do with that site because it sounds like it's a bit sensitive, but I probably will check back in after the visit just to basically say how it went, why it went, maybe, and what we've come up with, if something is simple or not simple. So it's been a week. It's been a week. Anyway, I guess that's what happens when it's sunny out and it's construction season. That's just the way it goes. So we take every day as we can, one day at a time, deal with the issues as they arise, and go from there. The other job I took the backhoe to, that's an interesting one. It's a water tower, and our crews helped with the base work and the installation of that before they erected the tower. Now they've erected it, and now we're doing the tie-ins for the water pipes and everything itself. So massive pipe work, 24-inch. Interesting job. If I'd have worn my work boots today, which I didn't because of, like I said, I had an issue, I probably would have stuck around and shot a little bit more of that one because that is an interesting one. But we'll see. Maybe tomorrow we'll get a little bit of footage of that because, like I said, it's a pretty cool job site. And we'll call that for now, and we will check back in once this meeting's over. Talk to you later. So, welcome back. I didn't come back after that meeting. Things did not get any easier after that. Things only got more chaotic as the day went on. It's now the end of the day, and anyway, it is what it is. Today is over. That's all I can say at this point. Just trying to make my way home now. But Yeah, so the complaint that came in for that one that I visited, after a lengthy discussion, we came up with sort of a game plan and went back and checked some satellite imagery at the office, and then realized that where the complaint was coming from didn't make sense as to where it was being deposited, the silt that is. So took another run out, ran through, checked some stuff, and yeah, that's not the case. So anyway, I have another call in with HRM, who is going to check those things and see. You do realize it's a four-way stop, right? People trying to rush through. Power's out, so it's four-way stop, people. Lost my train of thought there. I'm watching crazy drivers in Halifax. Anyway, so yeah, so it's off at HRM again. I didn't bring the school board in on that conversation yet, just because I don't think the school board is at fault for what the complaint call came in at. So anyway, I'm waiting on them to have a little meeting themselves, and then they're going to get back to me and see if we are going to action any items or not. Yeah, so that's how today went. That is how today went. The driveway pour that I had on today went great, all things considered. It's done. It's poured. It looks good. I did not get back down to look at it, unfortunately. Some of my recurring customers have been chiming in lately because, weather's nice. So it's time to start moving on some other stuff, and they're all calling now to get additional work done from last year. So it's never going to end this year. Like I say, I'm not complaining. There could be worse problems. There could always be worse problems. The phone could not ring, and that would definitely be a worse problem. So at least we're busy. But yeah, as far as today goes, that's it for today. I am going to go home, relax, collect my thoughts from the day, get up in the morning and attack it all over again and see where tomorrow leads me. Yeah, hopefully more productive than today. That's all I have to say. I have 2 meetings tomorrow lined up, and then I have a bunch of quotes I got to get done again. So I'll be working on that. So a lot of office time and a little bit of driving. But you guys will come along with me, and we'll get through it together. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Welcome back. It is now the next morning. Actually just leaving a site now, and customer looking to subdivide a property. So currently has just one service coming out of their property for their water and sewer, and they're going to need a second one run. So just meeting with them, having a look at the site, seeing what they have for information. It's very limited at the moment. Yeah, great way to start the day, I guess. New lateral service, quite a long run actually. And it looks like both will have to be replaced because the other one runs through the other property. So just another day. So I try to get some information for them, help them get on their way in the right direction. It sounds like they're struggling a bit to get that project started, so they need some help getting things moving in the right direction. Other than that, it is a beautiful sunny day. 2 degrees right now, and lots of things on the horizon for today. So we will see how today goes. Hopefully better than yesterday. Got a different mic set up, so this is going to be the first part of the videos with this new mic. So hopefully this works out better. this audio is any better for you guys. As well, I don't know if I'll have it uploaded or not prior to this, but I did as well get a new drone for the channel. Got a DJI Mini SE, nice and basic for me, but with enough advanced features that I feel a little safer flying it around. So we'll see how that goes too. We'll probably play with that a bit on the weekend. Anyway, I will check back in later today when we get down to the other site. I have some guys going to clean up and cut that concrete from yesterday, so we'll see that. And possibly another yard cleanup from last year's job that we couldn't get finished because of the weather. And yeah, just another fantastic Thursday in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I have a cop driving behind me and it's driving me nuts. So I'm going to go for now and we will check back in later. So just down checking on the driveway pour now from yesterday. They got her all tarped up, looking good. The crew's going to come out today to strip this. And get it ready for cutting. Looks pretty good. I'd say we may want to leave that till tomorrow morning. I'm not sure yet. I might have to wait to see when the crew's going to be here. Still looking pretty green. Definitely hard though. It's definitely set up a bit. So yeah. I'll get them to strip that and find my keys. I'll have to call the crew and see how they're making out on the other project they're on today and see what time I think they'll be down here, and I may have to come down here when they do it just to have a peek while they do it. But it looks good, so I'm happy, the customer's happy. That's all you can really ask for at the end of the day, is that everybody's happy. And we will go from there with that one. They may have to bring a little bit of topsoil or something with them just to fill in the edges where we had dug it out. We dug it out, added a good base of gravel. The driveway before was quite a bit lower and sunk down with asphalt that was no good anymore. So it was really potholy and not good at all. So we dug that out, took an additional 6 to 8 inches out, replaced with gravel just to get rid of the soft material, and then as well raised it, so we added even more gravel, tamped it to get the grade so that any rain that falls on the driveway between those two houses, because the driveway runs between them, is going to actually flow out of the driveway rather than just sit in there and saturate around the foundations, which I believe was a problem for the neighbor previously, from what I understand from the conversations I've had. So like I said, they should all be happy with that. Looks good. Lots of concrete. We put in 6 inches of concrete with a reinforcement mesh to get the driveway nice and sturdy. So they'll come and put the relief cuts in that hopefully this afternoon. We'll leave the tarps on it again for another night, just because the temperatures are supposed to go down a little bit more again tonight as well. Whenever you're dealing with concrete, especially this time of year, if you're pouring it like that, you want to leave insulated tarps on it to hold the heat in as long as you can. The more heat, the better the cure, the stronger the concrete. So we'll leave the tarps on it again for another night, and then for the next, I think 4 or 5 nights after, when I check the weather, it's actually going to be above zero. It's going to be 4 or 5 degrees overnight, so we won't have to worry about it freezing or cooling off too quickly. So at that point, maybe Friday, I might even leave it for the weekend. It's not going to hurt it. And come on Monday, maybe just pull those tarps back off again. But then they will be good to go. I have advised them to stay off the driveway for 28 days. Concrete will get to about 3/4 strength after 15 days, I believe it is. But then it won't be fully cured until 28. So we'll leave it for the full 28 before they start parking their vehicles on it again. And yeah, we'll go from there. Another satisfied, happy customer. It's what I like. It's what I like. So now we're heading back to the office for our daily meeting and updates. And I also did another visit at the sewer line investigation that I did the other day. That customer, I gave them a quote. Everything appears to be good with the quote. The city has agreed that they are going to replace their portion of the sewer line as well when we do our section. And they're going to pay us to do it, which is even better. So we'll get both sides of that lateral done. And the customer then added last night that they would like to actually get that driveway redone. So where the sewer line comes out their driveway, they're going to have to dig up part of it anyway when we replace part of that lateral. So taking advantage of that, they're saying, well, why don't we just dig the whole driveway out, because it's not in the best shape and it's graded slightly too high, again creating drainage problems around the foundation. So I went back over just before this site to remeasure that driveway so that I could quote a third quote to add to this package. It's getting to be a bit much, but so far, like I said, it's good. The customers are going to sign, so we'll dig out the whole driveway, lower it in the middle, which is what's causing the issues with trapping water in the backyard, gravel it, grade it to create positive drainage away from the foundation, especially from the rain leaders, and yeah, then they can hire somebody else to come in and pave it. We don't have a spreader. I mean, we do patch paving. Anything bigger than that, we're going to sub out anyway. And I told them, look, I can quote it for you, but I'm just letting you know it's not something I'm going to do in-house, so I'm going to sub that out. So you're better off, to be honest, if you want it paved at that point. Like, I have no problem doing the prep. We can do all that in-house, but for the final paving, you should probably just call a paving contractor directly and get a quote from them once the work has been completed, i.e. the prep. And they can come out and give you a proper quote with no extra markup. And customers appreciate it when you do that. I mean, I'm not looking to gouge anybody. I'm willing to do the work that we can do in-house for the prices that we give. And I tend to win stuff more because of that. When you start adding in additional subcontractors with markup and you're acting more like a general, well, then the prices start increasing significantly because of it. So to, like I said, reduce that cost and secure more wins, just quote what you can do. I mean, it's the easiest way. Plus, the customers appreciate the honesty. So there's that. So another happy customer will lead to more business again as well, right? So I don't know. I like helping people, but I don't see the point in trying to be greedy with the work either. pretty brutal. But I ain't gonna get into that. So we will talk to you later.